Saying Redfall has been off to a rocky start may just be the understatement of the century. At this time, Redfall is not a good game, and I'm not going to pretend it is. I've almost entirely avoided playing the main missions, and instead dedicated all my time to scouring Redfall for Easter eggs. Let's take a look at what I've found. Redfall was developed by Arcane Studios and published by Bethesda Softworks. It's no surprise then that in the southwest of Redfall, you can find a reference to two games developed and published by these companies. Inside the house, upstairs, you'll be able to find one of the only still working computers in the game that hasn't been hijacked by the Hollow Man. If we take a closer look at the desktop icons, you'll likely recognise a couple. One icon is for an unknown Wolfenstein game. Now, this could either be the New Order, the New Colossus, or the Old Blood, but I don't believe there's any way to differentiate them in this case. While Wolfenstein wasn't developed by Arcane, it is one of Bethesda's flagship titles. The other game you've likely already noticed is Arcane Studios' 2017 game, Prey. A game which is easily one of my favourite Arcane Studio games ever. And this isn't the only time that Redfall references Prey. If you happen to come across one of these gin bottles in your adventures, take a moment to read the text on the back. It quite clearly says, produced and bottled by TranStar, who you may remember as the American megacorporation who built and owned the Talos 1 space station in Prey. The Shade Tree Heights Supper Club, found in Redfall, hides a classic gaming Easter egg that by this point we're all very familiar with. Near the bridge, out the back of the building, you can find Redfall's version of the Dark Souls bonfire. Here we can find a stake impaled upon a pile of smouldering ash, in a scene that we've all seen many times before. From Assassin's Creed to Battlefield, Fallout 4 and now Redfall, it looks like the Dark Souls bonfire is an Easter egg we'll be finding for years to come. Before we continue, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank all of you for watching. If you're enjoying this video, last week I went through all the Easter eggs in Dead Island 2, which was a great video, and if you want to catch more videos just like these, make sure you subscribe. While we're in the area, let's take a look at another Easter egg found in the Supper Club. Near the front entrance of the Supper Club, you'll be able to find a note on the ground titled Bellwether Order 0451. This same number can also be spotted on various license plates around Redfall. Players may already be familiar with this number, as it's become an Easter egg in its very own right, appearing in games including System Shock 2, Thief, Deus Ex Invisible War, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Deus Ex The Fall, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Deus Ex Go, Sanitarium, Bioshock, Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite, Gone Home, Firewatch, The Novelist, Dishonored, Dishonored 2, Prey, Atomic Heart, The Last of Us Part 2, Deathloop, Subnautica, and Guardians of the Galaxy, just to name a few. The code apparently started life as a real-world code for Looking Glass Studios in Massachusetts, and has since become a running joke in gaming. Having been made by Arcane Studios, I bet no one is surprised to find out that there's a whole bunch of Dishonored references to be found in Redfall. These references start from the very beginning of the game too, where you'll be able to spot a boat called the Undyne. The Undyne previously appeared in Dishonored's fourth piece of DLC, the Brigmore Witches. It's also worth a quick mention that the Undyne are probably more commonly known for being a race in Star Trek. Arcane really have made it easy for us with the rest of the Dishonored Easter eggs all being found in the two museums around Redfall. We're going to just explore the museum found beneath the Heritage Rock Lighthouse. One of the first references you're likely to spot are the whale oil canisters. These canisters are seen throughout the Dishonored franchise, being used as power sources. In the same area, you'll be able to find some carved whale teeth. A plaque on the wall states that these were found washed up on the beaches of Redfall. This is very similar to the runes seen in Dishonored, which were often carved from whale bone and were said to have originally been washed ashore in Bristol. Finally, we can spot 2 boats in this museum with familiar names. The first is named Corvido, clearly referencing Dishonored's protagonist, Corvo. And the second boat shares the name Delilah with the witch of the same name, who happens to be the main villain in the Brigmore Witches DLC. And that's about it for the Easter eggs I've managed to find in Redfall. It's worth a mention that there are also a bunch of fun parody products that you'll encounter, such as these fruit scoops being a play on Fruit Loops. The Sunny C drink obviously is a reference to Sunny D, and the Citrus Thunder is Redfall's take on Fanta Orange. I'm sure there's no doubt some more Easter eggs in the game, so if there are any that I've missed, I'd really love for you to leave a comment below and let me know. I've pretty much had it with Redfall for now. I'd love to come back in a year to find a brilliant game here, but until that point, I'll be off playing Jedi Survivor, which also happens to have some brilliant Easter eggs, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that video, which will be much easier if you subscribe. Thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you next time.